In today's video, I'm going to show you a quick and simple tip. It's a very efficient way for you to see the content of the videos without having to watch them in full. So this is an easy way for you to get a quick summary and go straight to the point you need. Imagine you want to install software with FFmpeg drivers on Windows X. So there are several videos on the internet. So what are you going to do? You're going to take one of them, this one for example. You're going to copy the link. Go to Gemini. Gemini was specially trained to work with videos, so this is very interesting. Here, make a complete tutorial from this video with all the necessary instructions for downloading and installing FFmpeg on Windows X. Then you paste the video link. Send it, and it will make this tutorial for you, so here it already gives you an explanation of what FFmpeg is. It shows the link that you would have to copy from the video to download. It talks about 7-zip that you have to download. It shows how the installation should be done. It shows the commands that you have to give there on the command line. So everything is much easier than you having to search in the video, listening to the explanation of what the person wants to transmit, so making tutorials is very easy from a video. Many times these videos take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but here we can have a summary in the form of a tutorial so that we can do the installations that we. Another cool example that many times we need to summarize a video are lectures. There are many lectures that we want to watch. Sometimes they are in another language that we do not master, and also there are no subtitles or translations. But we want to know what is being said there, what the main ideas are. So the same thing, we're going to take the link to this talk, for example. This is from the TED channel, which I think is amazing, and I recommend this TED channel on YouTube to everyone. You're going to copy the link. You're going to come here to Gemini. New conversation, summarize the ideas explored in the video below, explaining the main points and concepts presented, and the speaker's conclusions. We paste the video link and send it, then we receive it here. A summary of the video, how language shapes the way we think, so it brings here the main points and concepts, which is linguistic diversity, language in concepts of time and space, language in counting, language in color perception, and so on. And brings us the final considerations. We don't need to watch that entire video, which is about 14 minutes long, and the main points are already here. So here we can see if the video interests us, if it will bring anything new, if not. So very quickly we can learn the content, become aware of the content of that video, and be able to move on to the next one or something different that interests us. Another really cool example of this type of utility is to watch classes. So we have here an administrative law class. It's a course. Actually, there are several classes, each one lasting about 30 minutes. And many times we need to study this here or just do a review. So what do? The same procedure. We'll get the link. It's cut and paste. Make a summary of the video class below, explaining the main concepts of administrative law presented by the teacher. We paste the link. We make the request. We will then receive the summary of that class. It says what the class is about, who is teaching it, and then it brings the main concepts. For those who have already studied, for example, this subject of administrative law, it is very easy to do a review. For those who don't know anything, but just want a brief notion of what administrative law is or the subject related to the class that is being taught, the main concepts are brought here, so you already have a good idea of what the content is if you are doing a review, but it will be very fast. So instead of watching all those 30-minute classes, if you have already studied this subject a little and already have knowledge, you can ask for a summary of each of these classes and focus only on those. Really only watch those classes in which you are not familiar with the subject matter, with the concepts. So this makes it much easier for those who are studying. And finally, I will bring here a video that is a lecture by NVIDIA. It is actually an exhibition of new NVIDIA products that is 1 hour and 22 long. These lectures are usually interesting, especially from these big companies, but 1 hour and 22 is a long time for us to stay in front of the computer to understand what was said. Of course, there are videos that have already made a summary and such, but they do not always meet our needs. So the ideal, in my opinion, is for us to watch the entirety of these videos and ask for a summary. Yes, we will ask you to present a summary of the video below, presenting all the products and concepts presented by the speakers, detailing the innovations of each one. We pasted the link to that video. We received here a very well done summary. You can see I believe that everyone masters Chinese like me, but if that is not the case, you can change it here. If you are not very good at Chinese, you can come here and request that this summary be done in Portuguese. So, present a summary below, presented in Portuguese. Portuguese, all products and concepts presented and so on, so just ask for it to be present in Portuguese. We will update for those who do not speak Mandarin Chinese well. We have it here. A summary that brings the key points of the video and the conclusion, so we can, for example, ask questions like, this is a very long video and the summary was quite synthetic. We can ask here, tell us more about Omniverse, and what it is useful for. And then he is already detailing the specific point of the video that was omitted. No details were presented in relation to it. To this video, and now he presents this to us in detail so that we can delve deeper as we become interested in that topic. So today's video is as simple as that, that's all. Gemini is excellent for doing this type of work. It saves us a lot of time. And it makes us faster in seeking knowledge. If you like the content, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. See you next time. A big hug.